1. This is Nifty Culture. I'm Pio. This is the Alpha Leak program with none other than H Bizzle, also known as NFTSniperBot. What's going on, H Bizzle?
What's up? 1, 2, 3, let's go. I want to fire off this mic. I got this new Shure mic that Pio told me to get. How does that sound? And I have so much to say, and I don't have a lot of time. I got to show off my CryptoPunk hat. I'm such a gangster. Let's go. So we have a special guest today, and I am so excited. I heard this incredibly intelligent person speak on Twitter Spaces about Curio cards. And like, dude, I don't know everything. I'm all bravo and ready to go and make trades and meet people and make relationships and cold call. And I don't know certain things. I don't, so the fact that I could bring this new guest to our audience, honestly, for me, it's super cool because I'm betting a lot that this is going to impress a lot of people. So let's cover a lot of stuff real quick. What do you want to talk about before she gets on?
Well, so look, I made a couple of plays yesterday that are looking bad right now. If you're looking at the losses,
you should have asked me. Why don't you call me? You have my cell phone. Call me. Don't do. Yo, my best friend jumped into the space. I hope he's watching. And he's like an internet sensation. This guy sold an internet company. If there's an internet company deal, you want this guy in the room. Like he knows what he's doing, right? And we're working on a big deal. Like I'm so excited about how he's jumping in this space. Actually, just to make it fun, he was my first hacker friend when we were 13. And we like had acronym. He taught me all the acronyms and hacking. We used to go in AOL chat rooms and do our business and Juarez, if you know what that shit is, and IRC back in the day. And then we went in our different directions, and he's back. He's jumped into the NFT game. And not to like brag or whatever, but I feel like I got the goods. I got the Royal Straight Flush on H Bizzle Vault. You know the Royal Straight Flush is there. Unless someone wants to show me your Royal Straight Flush, my Royal Straight Flush fucking wins right now. So my boy came to the party, and he's jumping in, and he made a move or two, and I'm like, dude, I'm not kidding. Don't fucking do that. Don't buy anything without my approval. I'm the fucking sniper. And by the way, you don't have to say NFTSniperBot. On Twitter Spaces, some of my boys like King Black and Dark and these other guys, they just call me SniperBot now for short.
Sniper man.
Yo, 100%. Whoever wrote Mike Tyson NFT future, I don't know. Dude, my head is on a swivel. I actually stay out of projects right now. I tell everybody this. I stay out of projects because I can't concentrate. I can't concentrate on my life, my family, my projects, my moves, my strategies, my businesses. And you got to be really good for me to like stop what I'm doing and go mint your shit. Like there's people owe me free mints that I was like, I tell everybody, I beef up people on Twitter. I get free mints, whatever. I got to chase them down. I got free NFTs coming to me. I have no time. And if I don't get back to you quickly on Twitter, it's because I just need a moment to breathe. And honestly, I'm not going to sleep for really until we get there. And anyway, Pio, let's go. Ask questions. I don't know what you're showing me. None of it. I like none of it because I know none of it.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what I do every morning. Stop. I don't want to see this. Please, it's making me upset. Every morning, go into OpenSea, and the first thing you do is you check Damien Hirst currency. That's like, honestly, that's the fucking currency for blue chips. I said it on the last show we were on, I think, right? I said, I'm into blue chips. If you're into blue chips, you're going to print money in this space. Okay. Start your collection. Let's say you're coming in, you're like a tech guy, you got some money, you run a business, you have some money in your pocket. We know the sets that I want you to have, the ape dog, the cat rat, the typical stuff. But if you want to just go in and start with a Hirst, I got a hedge fund guy, one of my friends who's a hedge fund guy, and trying to get him into the space. And I teaching him about the blue chips and teaching him about all the trash, right? That just clogs your. How do I get these people to stop writing me on Discord? It's like I don't even know how to close that window. It's everywhere I go, someone's showing me a project. It's like hold cover. They're coming in. The projects everywhere you go. It's crazy, dude. So anyway, the Hirst, what's it at? 16 and a half? I'm going to try to get one at 14. Honestly, if I get another one at 14, I'm going to be so happy. So the story with this project, the currency, Damien Hirst is a legit artist. He made 10,000 of these pictures. I have a little bone to pick. If anyone that runs the Hirst project wants to get in touch with me, I hate that you guys put half of it or 3/4 of it on the Palm Network. I think it's almost like those don't even exist in my brain. I don't have time to check those. If you have a NFT, it needs to straight up be on OpenSea until further notice. It needs to be on OpenSea. I'll let you know when you could go on the Palm Network. Just like my gazillionaire friend who sold his company. Don't fucking do shit without talking to me. You know, what are you fucking putting all these Hirst on the Palm Network? Now I got to search another site to see what's going on. Ridiculous. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm animated. I'm having fun, and this new microphone is really working, I think. So
It definitely
anyway,
is.
the Hirst. The reason I love the Hirst, it's a blue chip. It has a real mission. It has utility. You got one of the best artists in the world anyway. Those things are pretty, by the way. I want them on my wall. Aesthetics, check mark. Yes. History. You got the history of it. Where does it come from? You got this great artist, and he has this beautiful idea in this 60-minute video that you should watch instead of listening to me. But he's got this beautiful story of how he's making 10,000 real paintings that look like this, but the dots are in different places. Some of them have more blue. Some of them have more red. Some of them have 3 words in the title. Some of them have 1 word in the title. Some of them have 15 words in the title. How did they make the title? Damien Hirst and whoever did it, they took their favorite lyrics from a bunch of their favorite songs and they mixed up the words, computer generated the titles, made sure they liked the way the titles sound. You know, I missed one. Actually, I was being like too much of a sniper. I should have just paid. Whoever has it, come contact me. But there was one that says, "It looks like I've arrived." And I was like, oh, that's so me. Because I've arrived. I put that shit right behind me. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. I need a second Damien Hirst because I have one that obviously I'm going to keep as the NFT. Within the first year of owning this project, they're going to give you a choice. Do you want to keep the NFT, or do you want us to send you the actual physical? Click on that picture. It's hard to explain to people. The front and the back. There's a way to see the front and back of that. There's 2 pictures there. Click on the actual thing. By the way, is the mic really coming in good?
Yeah, it sounds great, bro.
Because I was trying to test it to see if I could break that with too many words. And so far, we're good. Let's go.
So we got the Damien Hirst right here. I don't know how to see the back. Is it under about or properties or?
Do you think I maybe should buy these things before I come on your show or our show?
You think they're going to sell out in a second?
Well, the last time I said it on Twitter Spaces, I said the same exact thing to a group of people and kind of like a little bit of an obnoxious, like I know it all because I feel like I know the alpha pretty well. Or if you check my history, and I hope you invested with me or listened, time out. Please don't risk anything you can't afford. This is not financial advice because whatever we're doing is extremely high risk. I made a huge bet, like a quarter of my stash the other day, and I was wrong. And I had to get the fuck out. And I had to call my hedge fund CFO guy to build a spreadsheet and like, yo, what's my cost basis? Get me the fuck out of this. Thank God I owned a set of whatever I was doing. Oh God. Anyway, let's continue. Damien Hirst. Do you like the Damien Hirst?
Of course I do. I don't know if I like it at 16 or I mean like it's not even whether I like it at 16, it's that I don't have 16 to throw at it. So I'm just totally
so
priced
let's go
out.
shop for other things. But if this is at 16 and yesterday it was at 14, to me that says the blue chips are running up. Someone's, people are making moves into blue chips. So then I would look at maybe the gutter cat floor. I would look at the ape floor. I would look at any of the floors of the typicals. I would go, actually, no, right from there, I go to the CryptoPunks. I sold the CryptoPunk. You want to hear why or how, what happened?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So I was talking to my buddy. I have 2 CryptoPunks. This guy, guys, I'll never sell because he's the OG. It's the first one I bought at 18 and a half. I got another one from my CryptoPunk broker. He got me one at like 19.4. I don't know if you could find my transaction. I guess you go to Twitter, CryptoPunks.
Go to Larva Labs probably. Okay.
No, get off the cats. Go to CryptoPunks bot. And then you could just read them back, read back the plays, and I'll tell you which one was mine. So I sold one for 1.8. I bought it for 19.4, and I sold it for 118.27. 27 lucky number. If you ever see that in a weird place, yo, just so you know, that's me.
That's
yeah, if you got like a weird bid out there, and you're like, why the fuck would the guy put 27? That's just how I roll. Sometimes I do 27. Don't be trying to come up at 28, PO. Cut your head off.
So I think that there's been a ton of sales, so it's going to be kind of tough to find it. But I'm looking.
Well, you know what? I saw that they got really. Crypto's up. She's going to take the mic. Thank God you guys are going to get this maniac over here to shut up a little bit. You can't have it so quick. Wait, this is one more thing. Let's talk about this CryptoPunk thing. Why did I do it? Because I have 2 CryptoPunks, and you're going to think I'm nuts, but I don't mind selling one, taking 199 ETH in liquidity when there's deals out there. The other night with that ape mutant thing, there was an ape liquidity crunch. We could spend a whole episode talking about the ape liquidity crunch if you want. We could talk about it next week. I even sold things I didn't want, but I needed liquidity. I sold a lot of things I didn't want. If and I didn't want to. I should probably go chase them back with more money. And that's how I feel about the CryptoPunk. I got this one. It's my OG. It's my hat. It's my radio show. I'll put it on the hat, whatever. Never going to sell it because it messes up my image, my brand, my reputation. But my other one, I didn't even like it. Did you see it? You got it up?
This is it, right?
Oh yeah, I just have this window in my face. Sorry. Yeah, he's frowning, right, and whatever. But when I bought him, I sniped him right. I got him a rarity above 100. You'd make a hard argument this isn't better than a floor punk. And the way I got him, CryptoPunk broker, my buddy was making fun of me. He's like, "You paid that guy half a ETH to get you a punk. What are you, the biggest sucker in the room? You pay everybody where you go." You know what? I got access. That guy. Right now, I'm staring at his Discord. I have a private access with that man. And it says the legend of whatever his name is. He made me 99 ETH. Half an ETH to make 99 ETH.
Good deal.
Smart, fellas. You can't do it alone. You need to be resourceful. Relationships. I got Crypto Lurker speaking in a minute. She's going to blow your head off. This is probably, I speak to a lot of people at Twitter Spaces. I get real amped up. I mean, sorry if I'm building her up too much, but she started speaking, and I said, save it. Her phone was dying. I think we lost her on battery. I said, quick, before your phone dies, save your story, package it up. I want to go Curio card 1 to whatever. If you don't know one, I don't care. PO, interview her. Shut this man up and get her on the stage. Later, guys.
All right, I'll pull her up. In the meantime, I need you to throw headphones on. That's all I need you to do.
How do I, my headphones? Can I just shut my mic off?
Yeah, we can mute you, but we want you to talk. We just want headphones. But anyway, we'll worry about that after.
I'm not going to talk. I talk enough. Go.
All right. Well, I have to mute you then because there's echo. So
I muted myself.
What up, Crypto Lurker?
Oh, hey. What's up, guys? What's up? This is crazy. I usually watch you guys.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm definitely glad to hear it. So it sounds like we're talking Curio cards, huh?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So I have one Curio card. I have one of the BTC keys ones. But yeah, it sounds like you have a solid narrative about the Curio cards and their history. On this show, we've interviewed Adam, the NFT historian. We've interviewed Travis, one of the co-founders of Curio cards. So I'd love to hear, from your perspective, what the kind of keynotes in the Curio card story are.
Yeah, so I was researching a couple of months back, and I was just reading the descriptions of, each of the cards. And I noticed that any of the cards from 1 to 10, there was a description that said, there's cards 1 to 10 tell a story and it's been long forgotten. You can find it if you go looking for it. And I'm like, cool, I'll go looking for it. And then I just started reading it from 1 to 10, like a sequence. And I just, kept reading. I was like, they're all really art related, right? I wonder what could be what it could be referring to. And I just started from okay, paint stuff. And then it clicked and I was like, oh, this is art history. I just think back to when I was studying high school in art history, we'd learn about evolution of humans, things like that, really brief. But I've always been interested in that kind of thing. So I'm like, oh yeah, keep digging. And then there's this literal web page you can search up. It goes through all of the little things. This basically tells the story of our human evolution. So starting from the story of creation, the beginning of mankind, you go in we see the sort of progression of how we as humans came to visualize and manifest ideas. That's art at the end of the day, right? That's art. Something that you can't really put in real logical terms, but artists do it very well. So you have Apple 1, beginning the creation of everything, and also it's the first of the first in the first, so it's iconic. But then you go on to nuts and berries, and nuts and berries signify when we were hunter and gatherers, and in that time we were doing cave paintings and things like that. And the oldest one is in Indonesia, where they would have pictures of people with animal heads trying to hunt down bigger animals. So that was probably people historians are saying okay, maybe this is the form of manifestation, they're just recalling successful hunts versus not successful hunts, like maybe, you know, like recalling everything and the like, early concepts of memory and all these sorts of things. I know it's not crazy right now, but yeah, that's basically nuts and berries, like prehistoric time, the very beginning of visualization. And then we move on to like 4. 4 is when we discover clay. Besides it being a source of like, you know, food storage and things like that, we also started to paint them just because we like to maybe decorate and stuff like that. And then they would come in different shapes that we would make like faces out of them. And they're like, yeah, I talk about it in my video and I show some images and it's like kind of funny because some of them look weird. But yeah, like, you know, we start playing with shapes and 3D forms. And then number 5, we discovered like pigments and stuff. Like here in Australia, we study like Aboriginal art, so Indigenous art, and then like, you know, it starts off with like the really earthy tones, but the real coolness is like where Egyptians found the pigment blue, and then like you see a period of time like everything was like just wow, like it's all blue. It was really cool.
I'm gonna ruin this. I just want to say I'm a huge fan, and you're on. Like I was trying to hop on before you went into this. And first off, hey Sniper, nice to meet you. I'm Malachi. But I want to say, Crypto Lurker, all I have to say to you is green jerkin. I freaking love it. I love it. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. You and Sass need to do a stream. I've got to go. I love you. You're incredible. Sniper's the best. I'm out. I can't hear you.
Sniper's muted. I got him muted because he's not wearing headphones. So he's screaming and we can't hear him. But thanks for coming on, Mal.
Bye. I'm so sorry to derail, but green jerkin is perfect. I love everything about it. Bye, guys.
See ya. Matthew Spasta said you're muted, Bizzle. He's going to stay muted if he's not wearing headphones for now because we're going to hear gnarly echo if we unmute him. But anyway, Lurker, I want to finish this Curio card's historical pitch.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it gets more complicated as we discover language. I assume that like they're just referring to the time where, you know, we went from stone tablets to ink, because originally like we would carve things into stone tablets, and that's like heavy as fuck, right? So with the invention of ink, it was kind of like, I guess it allows for more fluidity of ideas, and then like we started like just writing more and communicating in language. And language isn't really that old. Sorry. It's quite new, yeah. Like it's quite new. Like language didn't exist until like it was like 200,000 years ago or something like that. And then we move on to sculpture, where, you know, it's crazy because, you know, with that one in particular, you know, sculptors at that time were trying to make marble look smooth and soft, and for that time that was like crazy. Like, how do you make something solid look smooth and soft? But also it just shows like, you know, the progression of humans and the ability to shape ideas and like, you know, visualize a human and make it look really human, and then like make it pose and stuff. Like that's crazy for its time. And then obviously like to me it embodies like the cultural significance of the time, like philosophy, like, you know, Greek philosophers, things like that. And then with number 8, like it encapsulates everything that Da Vinci did that revolutionized the way people thought and like sort of like applied their abstract thinking, right? Because like Da Vinci was a man of just everything. He did like science, math, physics, everything, and then he studied anatomy, which is crazy because he embodied that into the painting of Mona Lisa. He actually studied the body so well that if you relax your eyes, that's how the Mona Lisa smiles. And I never knew this. Like, I didn't know any of this until I researched it. But literally, he studied it so well that that's the way he painted it, so that you can see her smile when you relax her eyes. Which is like, and then that was the birth of the Renaissance. You know, like art was like celebrated and appreciated. And then like number 9, we have poetry, which is, you know, like written word and spoken word in even more abstractness. And you know, we can talk about that in deeper, but I'm not very like big on poetry. But yes, and future, you know, we have the future. We've taken all of this and we've learned it, and then we go into the future and we take these ideas and we keep morphing them. Basically, we find new mediums, like, you know, for Denza, how he's like coded, the way he pushes paint with code and stuff like that. That's the kind of like innovative shit that makes it sell for, you know, right now, like what was it, like 1,000 ETH or something like that? That's crazy. So like that's just all of the potential that we're living through right now.
Definitely. And so then you get to the finance stuff, right?
Yeah, so I took it one step further, and Travis in his podcast mentions like, oh, you can read them all as a set, and there's a story to all of them. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I asked some finance people, and they were like, it made sense to them completely. They were like, yeah, this means that Bitcoin is going to take over all the corruption that's happening. But like, I didn't know exactly why. So basically, those three banks are the UBS. So card 11 is Bank of Switzerland, Union Bank of Switzerland. Fun fact, that's actually the bank that Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort, like laundered all the money through. That's funny. I didn't know that, but that was a bank. And MindBitcoin's like the largest, like the second largest bank in America. It's like the American bank, you know.
MasterCard.
And then MasterCard, yeah, MasterCard. Citibank at one point was the largest European bank. Opened up like a supermarket chain of just banks. After it, like, you know, passed, I don't know if it was the people who passed the law, but it took advantage of this law that was going to not allow the like the coexistence of banks that could lend out money to the public and then speculate on the markets, right? So that's how all of like just like the corruption starts. The opaqueness, like you don't know where your money is. It shows you that you have this this bank account number, but it really isn't there. So then I just keep reading. 14, 15, 16 is just very funny to me. Like it kind of brings this whole satire that Philippe brings to the whole thing. Like it's talking about really weird concepts, but it's always playing out like a prophecy. Like this timeline is like insane. If I'm reading it like this, you know, like Budweiser just released an NFT, bought an NFT, like the Tom Sachs NFT, and put it on as their their Twitter page. And then also, you know, Visa Punk, like it's so weird. Like brands are adopting it, and we happen to be living in that time. And it's crazy. Like when I'm reading about it in this way, it just flows together so well. And I don't know if it's intentional. I feel like, you know, based on like the past podcast you guys did, it seems like nothing was intentional, but it's just this whole set is magical, right? Like everything's falling into place. It's so weird. So like I just want to talk to the artists. Like I want to see. We haven't seen them come into a room together. There were 7 artists in total. Like they're the actual geniuses behind this. And I just want to ask like if that was even intentional. Yeah, but if I keep going, like it's conspiracy theory from here.
We appreciate the breakdown that you gave, and you know, Curio Cards is a fascinating project. Like I mentioned, I own one. Malachi makes fun of me because I talk about it so much. But Lurker, really pumped to have you on the show. We'll have to have you on again. We can have you dive a little bit deeper next time. But you know, definitely appreciate you coming on. You're welcome to stay. I'll have to put you on mute because I'm about to unmute the big dog. I'm about to let big dog come back in. He's saying no. What's he doing? What is this guy doing? This one really has gone off the rails at this point. This is supposed to be NFT Alpha Leak where we talk about alpha, and we're like way off the rails at this point. But Lurker, do you own any Curio cards? You can come off mute. You can talk.
Yes.
How many do you have?
More than 5.
Ooh, badass. Wow, that's pretty good. So like, have you been paying attention to the price action? We were at like a 2.2 floor not too long ago. Sniper, can I take you off mute, bro?
To come off mute. If my boy Spasta says to get H Bizzo on mute, I don't want to talk. She is so good. And I'm sorry I'm distracted. I'm going to watch this probably 5 times. I missed a few things. I got one of my brokers telling me I got to execute. I got 8 or 9 minutes to execute on a deal. If we could let him wait a minute or two, I'm a professional, and that's why he's in that seat right now. But Lurker, I loved everything. We're going to talk more about this either at Twitter Spaces tonight, everybody. Come follow me. I'm hosting a room, and if you're in my room, I ask you, please request to speak. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a gentleman like Spasta or someone field questions, and we're going to talk. I have to show a little, sorry. We're going to talk about my project, chibis.io. That's it. You're going to hear, trust me, you guys can't shut me up on the microphone. You'll all hear about it on Twitter Spaces. We are so blessed to have this beautiful human here spending her time with us. She knows this knowledge. How many people, raise your hand, you're not here, it doesn't matter, and no one knows. How many people knew that? No one in the world knew it. I held up the sign because we're going to be famous for this conversation. I was supposed to do, I'm going to get yelled at if I don't hold up this one, but if I didn't explain it, it was going to look weird that I wanted to marry Lurker because I love her so much. But this is for who at home, because I included mom and the kids. All right. But we're going to be famous. And that's why I held up my signs. I'm not being disrespectful. I apologize if that appeared disrespectful. I'm a little animated.
Not disrespectful.
Quite frankly, because I haven't slept in probably 4 days.
I just don't know what I've done.
I'm going to go to sleep. Lurker, what was that? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I just didn't know what I got myself into. I feel like maybe I've opened like Pandora's box or something.
No. Oh, sorry. See, P.O., if you're going to be a good host, just like Spasta and every other person in my life, you have to slow me down. They don't. I don't know. I think I'm scary.
Yeah.
I'd say that's an understatement. But look. Hey, I'm going to say something about Sniper. I like it when Sniper goes off the rails 100%. I wish that he wore headphones when he went off the rails. That's
You're gonna have to give me equipment. The last time he got me a microphone and checked my Twitter, I got the blue screen of death. I left this Shure thing. This thing should never be touching my rig. There's so much electricity in this thing. It's so now you have to get me a headset, dude. Get me one of those things. No, money is no object, obviously. I'm the sniper, okay? We'll pick some shit out. I'll put it on. We'll get Lurker. Will you come back, or have I officially scared you?
She'll come back. She's a friend. She's a friend of Nifty Culture. You didn't tell me it was Crypto Lurker. You just said this Australian girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Really?
I know who Lurker is. Yeah, you're like, this Australian girl that knows about Curio cards.
Look at me. I'm on TV. Hi, Mom. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just got the greatest talent to speak to you. Please let me go execute on my trades because I'm going to lose them if I don't do them. And I'm paying good money to have them laid up to me. If I don't do it within 10 minutes, I lose money because my broker's time is worth money.
Do you think
I want the rest of the world to hear Lurker for as long as you will stay here.
Absolutely.
I do not want to talk again because I haven't slept in 4 days. Okay. This is the highlight of my 4 days is getting this going. Please mute me and don't ask me questions. I'll give you alpha later on Twitter. Come find us on Twitter if you want. P.O., Spasta, me. You'll find us when we're ready. Listen, go to NFTSniperBot. And that little animation before, you know what that was? It was a mic drop because Lurker just laid it down. It was a mic drop. So I'll do it again, but I'm not really going to stand up again. That was ridiculous. So mic drop. Here we go. Soft mic drop. There we go.
All right. I'm going to mute the man of the hour. He's muted. He's got big things to do. So Lurker, it's you and me right now, right? We're not going to bait and switch the audience. This is NFT Alpha Leak episode number 3, and it is time to get into the alpha. You own 5 Curio cards, so you are smart. You have made trades that I'm assuming that you've bought them for much less than what you paid for them. You can unmute, by the way, if you're muted. What are you looking at in the past 72 hours? What trades have you made? What trades are you looking to make? Are you buying anything today? Talk to me about this.
Yeah, you're right. I found them really early because I was there when Gary released his first ever tweet for it, right? But before that, I was actually looking at his wallet, and that's how I found it. And that's how I jumped on it after he made that tweet. At first, I was like, "Oh, these cards are kind of ugly." I didn't really take notice. I was actually looking at Fang Blady Squad, and I was looking for that kind of stuff. And then but I ended up here, and I'm so glad I did. But honestly,
this project, have you looked at Art Chick's project that I bought the absolute top of? So I'm down literally 50% or more on it. But I feel like this might be. Did you look at this?
Yeah, I saw them.
So what do you think?
The art style's not for me. I really like World of Women though. The World of Women art style is clean.
Yep. World of Women, very good. I think the floor on.
Isn't her past profile picture was in this style? So was it the same artist?
It's the same artist, and this is also, correct me if I'm wrong, it is the same artist, or excuse me, it's that same artist, and this is the first Art Chick project where it's like Art Chick. You know what I mean? She's promoted other projects. She's been a minority partner in other projects. But my understanding is this is the first project that is her. With the gas war, I guess it costs like 0.3 to mint. I bought in at 0.35 after the fact. So I bought the absolute top. It hasn't been higher than that. It's absolutely capitulated, right? But the unique holders is going up. And she really hasn't done much promotion on it. And she's been talking about getting it in front of other NFT influencers. And obviously she has a lot of pull. So the way I'm looking at the project, I'm not really panicked about it, even though it's going down, because our chick has so much influence. And then also because it's almost like a Gary V thing at this point, where like Gary V won't let the value of V friends go down. And so I just feel like if our chick is going to label this as her project, she does want to defend her reputation. Like, she's not going anywhere. I know she always says like, not financial advice, I do whatever I want, I show my own projects, blah blah blah. But this is definitely a project that's kind of like, you know, her baby in a way, with the artist that made her profile, banner, picture, all that stuff. So those are my thoughts on it. I'm going to sit tight. I'm not going to worry about it for like a month. We'll see where it's at then. But I think this thing's got a long way to go. And I mean, look, I bought in at 0.35. So if anyone buys in now, you can buy the floor at 0.15 and make me look like an absolute bozo when I look at your average cost, you know?
Well, you don't have to worry because I don't have them. I'm like all right now. That's all in Curio cards.
So what are you looking at right now?
Honestly, not much. I'm being real boring. What did I see today, though? Honestly, I just saw this. What else did I see?
Fang Gang?
I heard of a Fang Gang. Like, that was one of the things I was pumping yesterday because gas was so high again. Fang Gang's really cute. I wonder what Fang Gangs is going to do because they look like a very animation style. They look like they could be like a fun talking animation, like comic book thing. But so far, I haven't read their roadmap, and I actually couldn't find a really like comprehensive roadmap. It was just kind of basic for now, but I like the style.
Yeah, so I mean, to me, it's like a borderline ripoff of Cool Cats. I also bought the absolute top of this. I only bought one, so it's capitulated over 50% on this one. But I'm sitting on it. It is, again, the same style as Cool Cats. I think that people that are new coming into the space and people that like this art style will look at the price tag of Cool Cats, which is really, really high, and they might see this as a very similar but still relatively original of it with a really strong art style. So this is another one, like, I'm not upset about the fact that I bought into it, and I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to sell for a loss. And I think that there could be runway. And again, if you get in on this one, your average cost is going to make you super jealous because it looks like you can get in at 0.50. I'm making a few plays today for some profits. And I actually think I might buy back in at least this project at this lower price point to lower the average cost, because one project that I bought mint last week is doing quite well, although I think it might have a little bit of a dip after the reveal today, and that's Atom Bomb Squad. Do you know anything about Atom Bomb Squad?
No, it looks like the hundreds logo though.
It is the hundreds. It's by the hundreds.
Oh.
So you're like, all right. So I knew that, and they did the collaboration with collaboration with Bored Ape Yacht Club, and because of that collaboration and because of the brand and community that the hundreds have built over basically a 20-year period, for me it was a no-brainer. I minted 5 for an average cost of 0.175 per bomb, so very, very low average cost. And then I went ahead after I watched the secondary and I doubled down a bit and I bought a 6th one at 0.3. So this ripped to 0.75 night. Apparently I was sleeping, didn't have anything listed. Right now the floor is a clean 0.5. The reveal will realistically happen today. It does seem like they're having some technical issues, but it's very bullish for me that they're waiting to get it right because they realize it's totally fine to do that. And the sentiment around the project on Twitter and in the Discord is still ultra positive, despite, the sort of, I don't even want to call them technical issues, but just the delay that we have here. So I think that there will be a dip after reveal, but like me, I can't really bring myself to sell any before the reveal. I don't know. I just am kind of uncomfortable with the idea of letting one of these go. There's 25,000 total, and we already have 6.8 thousand unique holders. So if I go 6.8 divided by 25, we're about 4 days in, and we're pushing 30% unique holders on a project that has 25,000 mints. So to me, there's a lot of very positive stuff going on with this one, and I don't see any situation where this dips below what I paid for it, because I got in at mint at such a low cost. So I'm very comfortable just diamond handing the hell out of this. Any thoughts on this?
I think you're right on the branding aspect. You know, hundreds is like you say, they spent years and years building their brand, and that collusion. I see that like those brands collaborating together, like that's a very, very sound decision, because I think what made Bored Ape Yacht Club so successful is because it attracted like certain personality types that just do things. You know, like their whole thing. And I'm not an ape. I'm kind of just going off of like my head, my ass. Like, you know, I feel like they're just entrepreneurial thinkers, or they're like enterprising, and they're very like, they value culture in the first place. And also the art style kind of like attracts that energy. I feel like that hustle energy. I feel like, so I could definitely see this brand like taking it to, like, I don't see it losing steam. Like, how could it lose steam unless someone blows up the headquarters? I don't see it losing steam. Like, brand culture that trumps all, like trumps any sort of like strategy. Like in this space, a lot of people have told me in this space, financial people say that technical analysis doesn't apply. They're like, why aren't my charts working? Well, because people are buying based on different like metrics, right? Yeah. They're going based on like purely emotional or like, you know, attachment. And when you put art into the mix, which is even more subjective, that just like, you know, like you can't. By then you have to realize, okay, you're in like the business of people. Well, like you're just in space of people. So you have to like learn how to read people. And brands do that.
No, you're totally right. Yeah, you're totally right. That directly applies to this. I think this is probably the most applicable space. One last thing on this is James Lee said, isn't there a burn in the bombs? James, there was going to be a burn in the bombs if they didn't sell out. But of course, they sold out in 30 minutes. I love how humble the hundreds, you know, Bobby Hundreds was, where he's like, yeah, it's 25,000 mint. If we don't sell them all, we're going to burn them. Like that humility to think that they weren't going to sell out. Of course they were going to sell out, dude. I was lucky to get them. They sold out in 30 minutes. But yes, there might be they might announce another burn. That could definitely happen. And then the last thing is like, you know, coming off of a collaboration with Bored Ape Yacht Club, I have to think that Bored Ape Yacht Club somehow was involved with like consulting them or just giving them some advice, you know, some advice for it. And that's like, you know, that's something to definitely keep in mind. So NFT games, this is on what Crypto Lurker just said about technical analysis. NFT Games is a full-time trader. He said that is why histogram sales chart works well. Real quick, I'm just going to pull up a histogram sales chart. This is what he's talking about. If people don't follow this Twitter handle, it's Spreadsheet. If you look, see it right here. You want to follow this. So if you're looking to trade NFTs, you want to follow this. Everybody make sure you follow this. So if you look at the bot generated content that we see here, here's like a histogram on Fatals. This is a histogram on that project by Art Chick that I was talking about. So like I was talking to NFT Games about this, and you guys should follow NFT Games too. It's at NFT Games on Twitter because he's a full-time trader and he's the absolute man. If you look at this floor distribution, he's basically looking to see who's buying through this. And we'll do a whole show. We're going to do a whole show on this. I'm going to get him on if he's down and we'll talk about it. But basically, you want to learn how to read these charts and look at sales volume. And a big thing you want to see is outliers. And this would be like once the reveal happens for Atom Bomb Squad, because once the reveal happens, we'll be able to see which bombs are rare and which ones aren't. If we start seeing really high sales on the rare bombs, that's obviously very, very bullish. So that's kind of, you know, one little tidbit on that, but we'll cover that in a full one with NFT Games. Real quick, I'm going to switch gears here. Blake said, thoughts on derivatives that are pumping like Wicked Ape Bone Club. So Wicked Ape Bone Club, and Sniper's probably really opinionated on this. I don't know if he's listening or if he's really deep with the hedge funds. I'm going to unmute him for a second. Oh, he said thumbs up. I'm going to unmute him for a second. Wicked Apes. Sniper, I don't know if we can hear you. I unmuted you. I don't know if you might be muted on your side. Are you muted on your side, Sniper? We can't hear you.
Yo, I'm back. Can you hear me or
yeah.
closer?
No, we can hear you.
What's cool? Is this okay if I do this? I'm just missing headphones, right? You hate that.
Yep.
I feel bad for the audience that I don't have headphones. I'm sorry, guys.
We just have to shut up when muted. Me and Lurker do. But go ahead.
You guys, everybody in the world should do that anyway. Haven't I been saying that to everybody? Dude, my wife does not like it when I talk like that. I make myself laugh. Yo, I love those things. And where's my boy? Yo, one of my boys that's in my project. We're starting. And Pio, you're in that club too. Lurker, hang around. I may be able to get you in that crew, but we just met. And you're welcome to do the same shit I do. Hold up a sign that says "Hi, Mom." We're gonna be famous, Lurker. Everybody in the world wants that knowledge you spewed. If you're in the NFT game and you didn't hear this interview today, you're never gonna make it. Ever.
NGMI, simply NGMI.
You know what we're all gonna do? The three of us and all the people joining my crew. WGFMI.com. I own that.
Let's
domain.
go.
I own that domain. So every time we celebrate and shit, we should just have a website that's like, yo, look at what I did today. I flipped this shit. I flipped a CryptoPunk for 99. Check me out at WGMFI.com. In fact, I'm gonna use this as a platform right now. Ready? Crypto broker's gonna have to wait. I'm the guy with the liquidity. Everybody can wait on me. If there's a web developer or a Twitter developer or someone who wants social media, yo, my businesses are blowing up. I'm hiring people like crazy. It's working out this way. It's good. It's good that I'm loud because I'm getting results. I had a client call me the other day. Pio, you're gonna shit yourself when you hear this. Right, and this goes back to Wicked Apes. Yeah, if you don't own Wicked Apes, buy a lot of them now. Go. I'm telling you, they're great. They're awesome. You want to know why they're great? Because you can't afford real apes. And fuck, these aren't mutated yet. So go for these. No, I'm just kidding. I love the mutations. You guys see the one in the suit? I almost bought one in the suit. I thought it was awesome. Oh, I love taking like, and you know how much I lucked out? Oh yeah, if anyone wants me to mutate them a zombie mutation custom. That's probably worth a lot of money because I'm famous now. Gary V's going to watch this. That means we're famous. All three of us are famous. So I can make you a custom ape, but I'm charging you 20% above market because it's coming from H. Bizzle's account. And that's going to be a piece of history. In a year or two from now, you're going to be like, wow, and I got it from H. Bizzle. Just like I got one of those lucky long necky ladies. Yo, can I go on a rant about Alpha? Is that okay, guys?
Of course you can. Let's go.
Long necky ladies just had some new, and I'm not going into details. I'm just pitching. I don't have time. The broker's going to freaking scream at me. He's watching this too. He's like, why are you not answering my shit? Okay. He said, enough ranting. Fuck, I got to go. I like long necky ladies. There was some news the other day. Yo, broker. Tell them I got the liquidity. Give me 5 minutes. I'm speaking to these people. Long necky ladies, I like them. They're awesome. I just always like the art. I like the story. I like the history. I like the fact that it's developed by a 12-year-old that was inspired by art and was trapped at home and hope in COVID and was like on her iPad at first and then like took it more seriously and then like made this beautiful collection. And mine are the dinosaur ones, you know, so I have like 6 of those. That's what I collected. And whenever I show my collection to my wife and kids, they like them. And it supports my theory that like aesthetics has to win. You know, if your thing's sitting at the floor and it's not selling of some project, it's because it's ugly. That's the truth, right? That's what happens. So you got to go aesthetics and you got to have something that when we get all of our, what are those things? I'm not even going to show them because someone should give me that shit for free. Look at these walls in my office that have no CryptoPunks on it. Look at it. It's disgusting. No one will send
me punks on the wall.
No one will send me a digital picture frame. Hey, you know what I love about the NFT space? There's a business every day. If someone out there is starting a digital picture frame company, look at Lurker's walls. She's got no NFTs up. Lurker, for today's call, I'd love it if you would put one of my NFTs on your wall the next time we're on a call. And you know what? I would put something in your collection on my wall. Can we do that? Is there technology for that? Yeah, with digital picture frames. Let's fucking go. Someone contact me. I'm making these deals happen. Yo, the story you're going to shit yourself about, Pio. I was on the phone with Spasta. I said, Spasta, how did I do on that call? And I got support from people. I'm a maniac. I won't shut the fuck up. But someone told me I'm throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastballs. So I'm just not going to change. Okay. You got to get, you guys probably want me on a radio show with my boy Spasta. Actually, you probably don't. He'll calm me down and I won't go on these rants. But anyway, I was on a rant on Twitter Spaces. I'm not saying who or what because now we're in deal talk, right? These guys contacted me. Within 10 seconds of talking to them on Twitter Spaces, I told them I love them, but I wasn't happy with what was going on with their project. And I said, reach out to me. They reached out to me and they actually stalked me and got in touch with me. And then like we're call after call. Like I really need sleep and people are yelling at me, you're not sleeping today. And I go to my boy Spasta. I'm like, yo, stay on the line. I got a call for you in 2 minutes. We got to pitch something and just let me talk. But Spasta has to be on the call because guys, you see what's fucking going on. I'm ranting. It's crazy. So deep breath. Anyway, I did all this with the fucking major corporation, major. And within 30 seconds of the call, I insulted the fuck out of them. I feel bad. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know what I'm doing. Stop. Gary V, call me. Actually, you know who I want to call me more than Gary V? I hope he's watching today. And if he is, please call me. I have to write you an email. Your guys got in touch with my people. My people are getting in touch with your people. There's just one email I have to click send on to a guy named Tom with Impact Theory. And I'll show the shit out of Impact Theory. I love those guys. They're connected.
He's been on our show before. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm in the dude. I don't have time to watch shows. You know, I gotta trade. I got brokers screaming at me. They're setting up deals and I'm not executing. Let me remind you, I got the liquidity. Yo, 2 more minutes. What did you want? I'm off track, and I gotta go get this guy's screaming.
Let's talk about. Do your thing, and if you have time to
calm me down, get me on track, and I gotta get off the phone. Let Crypto Lurker speak. She's the truth.
Of course. What I was going to say is real quick, H Bizzle, what is the bull case for Wicked Apes at a 0.4 floor?
Don't ask me like, yo, if I say it goes up, just get some. We'll talk about it next time. Who has time for this shit? Okay, I'll make a prediction. You want to do price predictions? That's always scary because I've been right.
No, not a price prediction.
I don't want. Okay, I haven't looked at that shit in weeks.
Just give us a why.
Fine. I did this live on Twitter. This was a cool experiment. Someone called me on Twitter. I called them. Twitter Spaces will be on there tonight. Anyone could ask me alpha. I'll break up the floor. I'll probably break out some tequila. I'll get a little looser than this. And you know, he said, "What do you like of Wicked Apes? Did you hear about the trippy shit?" I was like, "No, I was in Disneyland today. I don't like. You guys think I know everything? I don't know everything. So tell me what happened with trippy." And he's like, "Yeah, they had like these sales for 200 ETH and this and that." And someone's like, "Yo, what's the alpha?" The guy was like, "Should I buy the trippy dog?" I was like, "Yeah, obviously that's like a given. You buy the trippy dog, duh. But like, you want the real move, man." Yo, you got to pull up a derivative project that has respect right now and just fucking hunt down the trippies. Hunt them, you know, and get them. And the trippy floor at that moment was 189 and 192, 23 and 25. I'm talking, and that's why I got to be careful when I speak to all you people. You know, I don't know if I should give free alpha. You know what? Pay me $9.99 a month.
The show is called NFT Alpha Leak with at NFTSniperBot.
Yo,
you got to give
can
a
you bring
little
on
bit
the other
alpha.
NFT guy? I'm sorry, I was so rude in my headset. I'm sorry. Lurker got on the screen and he was giving her compliments. He made the mistake of asking me to speak when she was speaking. Honestly, protocol, we can't ever interrupt Crypto Lurker. I won't. If she's talking, I'm going to put myself on mute and get back to trading. Right. So I'd like to do that.
Well,
but so we did the trippy. Yo, that's a good price. I'm glad to see that. No one buy that. No one buy that. I'm going to buy it. I have a lot of liquidity. I love that. And I'm going to get it. Please don't buy it, fans.
Somebody buy this shit right now.
I'll buy the next one right after. It doesn't matter. Let him go. I don't care. Fine, so don't buy him. Don't buy him, whatever. I don't care. The point of the matter is, I said at the time I said 189. I said 19. I can't believe it's 189. I'm going to buy it. I want that one. Can I do it? Can we put me on hold? I'll show you guys how to execute a trade like in a second.
Go ahead. And me and Lurker will talk while you do it. Me and Lurker will
you guys talk and shut me up. I got trading to do.
All right. I muted him. You're muted, bro. You're muted, buddy. All right. So this is off the rails, but I'm glad that we're talking about Wicked Apes, and I'm glad that someone brought it up. So my guy, Sophisticated Art Speculator, his theory on Wicked Apes is that they are a double derivative. They're a derivative of Wicked Craniums and a derivative of Bored Apes, and there actually hasn't been a derivative project like that was, both, two different projects, right? So this ripped up to 0.8. At one point, this was just hanging out at 0.8, and it has corrected, but that's also pretty in line with an overall market slowdown of non-blue chip NFTs, okay? And so when I look at this project, there's two things that are coming up. There's an airdrop that is coming up for a dog. So you are going to get airdropped a boned dog. And then you're also going to be on the better side of like a marketing campaign. Like they're talking about actually getting a billboard in New York City, like in Times Square. They're definitely talking about getting the word out there about Wicked Apes Bone Club. What I could see happening, right? So I think that we're not done with this like NFT bull run. And I think we've yet to see a blow off top. And if we'll see a blow off top, I think we'll see like, Punk's floor push up to 1 million or close to 1 million, right? Once we see that, then you can start panicking. Okay, H Bizzle disagrees. But anyway, what I think is that if you have like, a lot of retail coming in, like not smart money anymore, like people FOMOing in, like people at my day job have been asking me about NFTs, like it's slowly starting to happen. Then they see the price tag of Bored Apes after like the Christie's auction, and they want to get an ape, and they see a project like this, it's got a major marketing campaign, it's doing pretty well. I think money will go into this because those people are going to be priced out of mutants too. So that's the kind of bull case for this. I'm going to sell mine post airdrop if there's a rip. That's what I'm going to do. So that's my 2 cents on Wicked Apes. I'm going to bring H Bizzle back.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to be calm. Let's try to see how the radio show goes when I'm calm. Maybe I shouldn't be so animated. I like this project, and the only reason it's at 189 is because of the ape liquidity crunch. No one expected what was going to happen. I'm still on edge since the mutation, and I don't have enough time to talk about it. We're going to do a 1 hour thing when I've slept for an entire day. I've been fed berries by my wife. She's never going to do that. I'm going to order delivery food. I'm not going to leave my house. I actually have an IV drip. That's the best shit. When you don't sleep, you get an IV drip. It's like you know what it's like? It's like Super Mario Brothers. Every time I do it, I'm gonna post on Twitter. I told this lady, why don't you just keep coming back every day, right? So it's like in Super Mario Brothers when you used to get a 1-up life. I just got one. It's called an IV drip in my fucking office while I'm trading NFTs. So I don't have to sleep. But anyway, about the ape liquidity crunched a lot of shit. So that's why I got liquidity fast and I sold my CryptoPunk broker. And I wrote down in my paper, not that I don't agree that I think we're in a bull run. You don't want to hear what I think is when the cycle is going to end. I mean, maybe it's when I put down this microphone, it will end.
You said you think we are in a bull run.
I think we're in a bull run. I think we're going to slow down right around Christmas or January, February. Some people call me Nostradamus around here, but by the end of the year, right around Christmas and stuff, either we're going to hear a little bit more from Bitcoin or we're going to hear a little bit more about.
We're going to hear a lot from Bitcoin, buddy. We're going to hear a lot from Bitcoin.
I don't know. I'm confused. Listen to my story. Lurker, thank you for joining us today. I'm going to try to be calm.
Oh, yeah.
It's because I'm a fanboy. There's probably no one else in the world besides Tom from NFT Culture that, and please don't put me on a radio show with him right now because I'll embarrass myself.
Tom Bilyeu?
Yo, is everybody in the world going to see what I just did?
Yeah. Yeah, is this going to be uploaded?
It's live right now. It's going to live on the internet forever.
Oh, we're not going to edit it? All those rants are going to be like for everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Well, anyway, so this has been. So
I'm trying to make you guys laugh at home. All my best friends are probably texting me. You should never stop talking. But the point of the matter is, these things are good. The ape liquidity crunch. There's a lot of deals out there. If you'd like, PO, you just have to egg me on when I get some time. I'll snipe some stuff for you. Just give me like 4 project names, and I'll snipe 1 or 2 things that the sniper bot would do with his liquidity. But I got to tell you, I'm not buying Wicked Apes. I already have the best Wicked Ape. Come on, I roll with royal flushes. I picked up a diamond one. I almost sold that, I hope I still have it. I think I delisted. I delist stuff a lot now. You know what? I'm getting trophy pieces, and I'm like, I have a Wicked Ape diamond grill. I think I got it 4. When these things come back, that diamond grill is going to be worth 8 or 10, And I always love that trade for me because that's liquidity right there. Boom, snatch up liquidity, get back to business. And I, maybe I'll keep it. This is not a forever piece for me. I'll tell you again. I'll tell you once. I'll tell you again. Freest alpha of the day. When I wake up in the morning, I go to my phone and I go to apesfloor.com. You know what that does? I put a little trick into like a domain forwarding thing that it shows you all the buy now.
The Apes Floor?
Apesfloor.com. Go check it right now.
The Apes Floor.
Do it right now on your computer. Show the audience. I don't even make money off this because OpenSea's affiliate program is fucking garbage. If you work for OpenSea, call me.
There you go, Apes Floor. All right, so I'm gonna mute. So
if you work,
I just muted H Bizzle. Okay, so I muted him. So we have to wrap. My partner needs to do a stream. And so this was a pleasure. I need everyone watching to do two things, okay? To tell Crypto Lurker, okay? To tell Crypto Lurker that she should do a regular segment with me on this channel. That's number one, okay? And then number two, you all need to hit up H Bizzle at NFTSniperBot and tell him two things. Number one, to keep doing what he's doing. But number two, that he should do an alpha leak video more than once a week. It should be a more than once a week thing. It should be a 2 or 3 times a week thing. I'm going to bring him back real quick.
You got to pay me the monies.
All right. Everyone, thank you for watching. This was NFT Alpha Leak. Don't worry about what he said.